So, console players finally have the Scarlet Spear event. Congratulations, enjoy the grind, the arcanes, the rewards, and everything that comes with it. The pain. Along with that update, they have finally changed the Riven dispositions for melee weapons across the board in Warframe, as well as further changes to primary and secondary weapons as well. Now, it's basically a list of the most popular weapons getting their Riven dispositions reduced, and not so popular weapons having their dispositions ever so slightly increased. And I mean slightly. Now, the reduction amounts seem to be a lot more than the increases in some cases. Most of the increases and decreases in Riven disposition are about 0.5 of a change, with the exception of a few of our best, I guess, go-to melee weapons. Now, if you don't enjoy Rivens, which I personally don't, then none of this will mean anything to you. You can keep playing the game. Realistically, most of our weapons can perform against anything that you throw at them, the best weapons anyway. But Rivens are a time investment for a lot of players, and players grind them, then grind thousands and thousands of kuva to get the perfect roll to either, I guess, keep that Riven or sell it. And only for those Rivens to then get nerfed or buffed depending on the popularity within the player base, which seems like a really kind of flawed way of doing it. Content in Warframe hasn't really gotten any harder or easier over the last few, well, ever. Not years, just ever. So to fluctuate Riven power when nothing has changed in terms of what you're going up against enemy wise kind of makes it look like your time isn't being respected if you are one of these players who is grinding thousands of kuva to get the perfect roll, only to see that Riven, I guess, turned to crap. Now, it just shifts the whole platinum market as well to a new meta of Rivens for these traders to then sell on. At the same time, Rivens were originally meant to level the playing field by bringing weaker weapons up in line with our most powerful, but they kind of somehow just made the more powerful weapons even more powerful. So it's a constant change for DE, shifting these Riven dispositions. Anyway, let's take a look at some of these changes to our most used weapons. The Fulmin, the Rubico, the Exceltra, the Kuva weapons in general, the Shadu, all got dispositions reduced for primary weapons, whereas the Tigris family of weapons all got buffs, as well as the Grekatas, the Cernos bows, the Brattons, the Bolters, and a few others. For secondary weapons, the Kuva Brak, Kuva Seer, Kuva Nukor, Kuva Twin Stubba, you're seeing the trend here, right? All got reduced, the same with the Aksamati Prime, but weapons like the Merlock family, the Atomos, the Ballisticas, the Aklex, and the Akboltos all got slight buffs. Now, melee is the one that we've been waiting for because they haven't been touched yet. This is the first melee Riven disposition passed, so I guess expect some big changes. Weapons like the Dakra Prime, the Fang Prime, the Dragon Nakana, the Gram Prime, the Cronin Prime, Nakami Skyla, the Ninkondi Prime, Paracesis, Pennant, Plague Kripat, Plague Kiwa, Redeemer Prime, Sepfan for the Nakanas, Prisma Skana, the Tatsu, the Teko Prime, the Twin Krokor, the Jewel Kiris, the Kuva Shieldegg, and a few others, all seen some pretty big shifts in Riven disposition. Even the Maya, I mean, who uses the Maya? It's just like a piece of burnt bacon. Who's running around with that? How is that so popular? On the flip side, however, weapons like the Venka Prime, the War, the Sindo Prime, the Orthos, the Myos, the Legion, the Lecter Whips, the Jatkatag, the Kamas, the Cleavers, I guess the Galatines, the Akan Brunt, and of course a few others, all seen buffs to their Riven disposition. So in a way, the weak got a very tiny buff, and I mean tiny buff, but whereas the strong got some pretty big reductions. Again, this was our first Riven pass for melee weapons. It was bound to happen. I just think that the system of changing them so often based on popularity seems a little bit crap. It means that if players then move to another weapon and start to find that they enjoy that weapon, then it's also going to have its Riven disposition changed as well, and it will keep going on and on and on like that. Basically changing them off player usage statistics and internal dev power rankings. Now, that's the big Riven disposition changes. Link to the post is in this video description below. Let me know what you think of all of these changes. Like the video or don't, subscribe or don't, and as always, thanks very much for watching.